Welcome everyone to Once Upon a Time, done by the group Oxygen, which I'll probably put in the title. This seems to be sort of like one of those. It's an area that's really big and makes us really small, and seems to have some throwback to Greenies, which were a set of things from Second Life, like probably a decade ago at this point. But yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look at this place today. Looks like we ended up in a drain of some sort. As we can see, it's spewing out ahead of us or behind us. Looks like the way it goes this way. And already it looks like we're out about in a street of some sort. So let's go ahead and take a look around here. As you can say, as I was saying, everything is really big while we are very small. It's always like a pretty neat perspective to find places like this. So let's go ahead and travel around like a mouse. In fact, there's even a mouse hole there that leads to our next area, but we'll wait on that for a moment. Already the wonderful sight of a dog peeing on a hydrant. We even see a person for perspective size walking around as well. Even have a cat hanging around here, probably waiting around and seeing if the mouse will come out of the mouse hole. It looks like we have a giant milk carriage here. Don't really see those anymore, do we? Unless it's something that's still done in another country, I'm not sure. Oh, the cat actually animates. Nice. We got a nice little pigeon. We're probably about as, we're maybe as like as tall or maybe a little bit more than this pigeon, so that probably gives us the best size perspective for us particularly. It looks like we have a theater right here that's showing some different showings during the day. Late showing at 10:45. Rivers poop every 15 minutes. How long have you been standing here? Thankfully not that long. Yeah, it's definitely, it looks like this area is not safe, apparently. Whoa. Yes, apparently we have a huge explosion here that we just set off twice. Okay, apparently that spot nukes itself if you stand on it. Yeah, we can see the front of the carriage here. It even has one of those little honk horns for a horn. Yeah, I think it hasn't been like so very long that we went from carriages to cars, if you think about it. A lot of different graffiti here. At first I was going to say that was Pac-Man, but I don't think Pac-Man has that long of a legs. Okay, now I think we can go ahead and go into the mouse hole, so it looks like we've seen everything here on the street. And we found the mouse. Looks like it grabbed a piece of cheese and it's just hanging out. Now we're going into the house proper. Yep, there's a cat just hanging around the mouse hole. Seems to be just waiting. Alright, let's go ahead and start in this corner, shall we? I guess we're going to be doing a bit of flying around because everything is way taller than me. Actually, it looks like this table is a bit broken up. Well, that's neat. You can see the things inside the light bulb here. I do have advanced lighting on, so that's probably glowing a bit more due to that. Good morning, I see the assassins have failed. Note to self, it is illegal to stab people for being stupid. Milk, breads, eggs, duct tape. Many, many notes. We have a nice little banana that's apparently in a... Oh, there we go, slipping. Banana and some water, I guess. I don't know. Magic yeast, I think that is. It's all right. That's a nice looking cake there. Yeah, this place seems to be a little bit more old style than I was expecting, but that's actually pretty neat. Well, that's neat how the, I think that's like a giant spoon or something like that. Probably a different name for it, but, I guess they're in the middle of making another cake. Anything inside? Doesn't look like it. That's a lot of rolling pins. Many different kinds. And over here, it looks like we have breakfast set. Lots of bread, spilled milk, or spilled cereal in general. Cornflakes. Milk's over there. I see a piece of toast with an egg on it. I've never actually had egg on toast. Looks like there's like lettuce underneath it too. Bran flakes, Cheerios. Looks like they have a laundry room that's right up against the kitchen too. Donuts is my life. Oh, we got a pack of cards here too. I guess this is the fruit table because we have a bunch of different apples and watermelon here. It looks like we have the emergency banana here, duct taped to the fridge. Well, it looks like this is the one that has the freezer below it. Haagen-Dazs, I can definitely say that's a good ice cream brand there. Don't know about the other one. It's kind of neat because you don't see too many things that use actual brand name stuff. Like here in Second Life, usually it's like a parody name or something along those lines. A bunch of different brand names, or canned goods here, I mean. But this might be brand stuff as well. And we even have a TV here that has a, it looks like a picture slideshow going on with it. And since we're here, let's go ahead and travel across the sink. I wonder if I could actually step on that sponge, I'm wondering. I don't think I did. I think it's just not that deep in the first place. Oh, a nice cinnamon bun. They really did some detailing with this kitchen, because you basically can find everything that you could possibly need for kitchen in here. Usually stuff isn't that detailed here, so that's nice. Yeah, a little bit of steam coming off that coffee. We also have some bacon and eggs going at the moment. I think that's tea that keeps on screaming every couple minutes too. Nice bit of pizza there, full on bread. All of it looks really nice. Let's go ahead and check out this laundry room over here. I think we also didn't see this before. I think it's just plates. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Looks like we have a Dalmatian here. I think it's more of a puppy Dalmatian. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's dog trained yet. Don't wash your dirty laundry in public. Yeah, I guess this is pretty much the dog's room as well. See the dog food and the dog bed sitting here as well. And the sounds of what I think is the dryer going on at the moment too. Alright then, let's go ahead and head into the room over here, which I think is the living room. Oh, they have a full-on grandfather clock here. And a TV remote that's half the size of us. I can see sparks going off in an outlet over there. Yeah, this gives a nice little view of the whole living room. Oh, there's a domino set here. It's also a nice little... There's a lot of nice little detailings with things around. They really picked out some really nice things to use. Oh wow, it is actually interactive. There with the whole set. And there's even a thing that I think is going to rope us up to the top of that shelving over there. Yep. Here we go. And I guess there's some sort of game up here? Yeah, here's a view of the entire room from up here. And this is only at 200 meters, so it all fits. We got a nice little piggy bank tip jar. Oh, looks like we have some Greenie pictures. These are what I was talking about before. Like there was a region where there was a big area like this, and these Greenie avatars were a big thing back then. But I think they all left back in... Honestly, I can't remember. I want to say it was maybe 2010, but I don't quite remember. A little, like, cat ball, I think it is. But it is neat to actually see some pictures of them in here, because I'm pretty sure this place is inspired by the Greenies. I want to say I maybe saw the Greenies sim back when I first started, but I can't quite remember. Leroy Jenkins. Good to see that he got some work with the piano business. And some of this stuff seems to be kind of appearing and reappearing, which I'm not quite sure what's up with that, but it's probably my my client. Yeah, it's quite a shocking experience right there. Like, it definitely catches your attention once you walk into this room. And I guess there's a teleport here for another spot, which I think we'll probably just get back to at the end. Apparently it's a racetrack, so I'm assuming it's its own thing off somewhere else, so... Oh, we got a nice cuckoo clock up there. And goldfish in a bowl. I could never have one of these because I would always forget to pull the handles down on them. If the handles get all the way back up to the top, I believe it is, then the cuckoo clock stops working and you have to pull them back down. Yeah, it looks like we have an NES controller, an Atari controller, and I think maybe not sure that controller right. Maybe it's SNES? The Super Nintendo? I can't quite remember. Ah, VCR. Haven't seen one of these in quite some time. We got a full-on... Oh, there's a spider here. Oh, it even goes back up. We got the computer here in particular. It looks like somebody was having a sandwich and a monster next to it. And that's kind of neat. They have, like, ad flyers in older style for things that are current. And I guess the computer is another one of those picture slideshows. Like, these ad styles are probably something you would see in the, like, the 40s, but they're being used to kind of show things that are current. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the bathroom. Looks like the tub is already overflowing. Let's go ahead and check out the sink first, I guess. A couple of older style pictures here. Wash your hooves. Yeah, it looks like that this bathtub has seen better days. But it's definitely capable of still giving a bubble bath, it looks like. You can float around the bubbles too. I'm not sure about the newspaper taped to the side, though. I'm sure that's a reference that I'm not getting. See the leak down there. Yeah, rules of the bathroom. That's a lot of toilet paper. We got our medications here. Viagra. It looks like we have a pool here, let's call it that. We don't swim in your toilets, don't pee in our pool. We have this neat little house shelving here. This actually is pretty fun looking. Even more toilet paper up there. Yep, you could sit in the toilet. Definitely is the size of a pool for us. I wonder if the scale does anything. Okay. Oh, it does tell us our weight, apparently. And we'll move into the last room here, which looks to be a bedroom of some sort. Well, I guess better yet, it would be a kid's room, I think. We can see a lot of stuff is around here, too. It's kind of a mess, but you kind of figure that from a kid's room. We got unicorns up here on the wall. Got a robot and a ballerina light, I think, because I see it's glowing a bit. Yeah, a box of crayons. We have a full-on, like, hamster cage down here, part of the shelving. That's actually a neat idea. And the hamster actually, like, runs around and does stuff, too. That's super nice, I have to say. A lot of different figurines here, some of them like Disney inspired, and even a Widowmaker from Overwatch. So this side's definitely a girl's bedroom, and then the other side I think is a boy's from what I'm seeing. Looks like we have Simba here on the bed. It does have a little bit of bounce to the bed, but not that much. Enjoy the little things. It looks like we have a full-on dollhouse here, which is just about our size, actually. I'm pretty sure we could probably go inside of this, but I think I'll do that on the ground floor. Okay, let's see. Yep, we can go inside of it. It's like our perfect size, too. Like I said, this place is really neat with the detailing. Got a full-on breakfast table here of, man, those pancakes look good, just kind of scattered out with blueberries everywhere. Oh, we got a Tetris lamp right there. And I think now we're heading towards the boys' side of the room. Got a lot more figurines, robots, aliens, Captain America everywhere. I wonder if that clock is actually correct. Wouldn't surprise me. Yes, it is. I just checked. And we got some comics here. It looks like they're the older style, like sci-fi comics from quite a while ago, with that art style to it. Got some Star Wars posters, some Star Wars figurines. even have a full-on Millennium Falcon up here, probably stringed up and floating around. Looks like two guys from an opposing football team. I didn't see those puzzle pieces down there below. I think it's because I was floating up by that time, and you can see underneath the bed there's quite a bit of a mess too. Bunch of army men. A dinosaur. Got a button eye. Oh, it even roars too. I got the Atari in here. Guess give the kids the oldest console, right? Felix the cat. Cool fun. Obviously a parody of Capri Sun. We got another picture slideshow going on here. It looks like another Greenie picture, actually. I'm pretty sure these are probably pictures of that original Greenie sim I was talking about. Yeah, I think that's about it for this bedroom, so the only thing left is to go ahead and check out where that teleport's gonna lead us. Oh, there's a hamster ball rolling around. Why didn't I see this before? Maybe because it wasn't moving. Must be like the second one for that shelf cage. Alright, looks like this is the racetrack, which is its own little thing on its own. Can zoom around on a car, I guess, and it's a little tiny track. It's not too big. But no doubt it would probably be interesting thing to zoom around on. The reason I call it small is because a lot of these I see are like hurtling themselves like hundreds of meters into the sky. I wonder if it's still like a tiny track for like tiny people. We do see some effects of the racetrack, some smoke, and I think there's like there's a bit down here. Yep. Overall, a really fun place to check out. A lot of detailing, as I said. A lot of different like poses and stuff like that. So if it's still around by the time this comes out, I definitely say take a look at it. In any case, this has been Second Life's Travels, and I'll see you guys next time. So see you then.